My beautifully broken people, hope everybody's getting ready for the holidays. Today, talk about the god of shitholes. That word has been in the news the last couple of days. There's a strange pattern in how God writes history. He always starts his greatest stories in the smallest places. Bethlehem, tiny, forgotten, a village that barely makes a footnote in the census, a nowhere town that smells of sheep, dust, and disappointment. And yet, that's where the Savior is born. Not in a cathedral of marble, but in a cave that probably smelled more like manure than myrrh. If we're honest, Bethlehem was a shithole. And that's the point. We have world leaders, presidents that call some places hellholes, shitholes, places nothing good would come from. But that's where God begins. The incarnation is divine irony. When the world ranks its neighborhoods by GDP, God ranks by humility. When we choose clean, God chooses messy. When we go looking for comfort, he sets up a crib in chaos. Because our God, this absurd, unpredictable, tender God, has a strange habit. He does glory backwards. He hides majesty inside misery. He places salvation in a scandal. He wraps omnipotence in newborn weakness. He lets infinite love cry from a manger in a town nobody wanted. Everything about Christmas is a paradox. The king comes as a peasant. The light is born in the dark. The word becomes fleshed, not polished, perfumed flesh, but infant skin in a barn. Holy ground smells of animals and dirt. That's the scandal and the sweetness of it all. And yet, we still fall for the old lie that to be worthy of God's attention, we must be successful, shiny, respectable. That we must build cathedrals before God arrives. But the story of Bethlehem says the opposite. God doesn't wait for the world to be ready. He enters the world as it is, unready, unrefined, unfinished. Cardinal Tagle once said that love is not afraid to get dirty. That's Bethlehem, the Almighty knee-deep in the human condition, whispering, "You're not too small for me. You're not too messed up for my love." Jesus is born not only in Bethlehem, but in every hellhole of our lives. In the addictions we hide, the grief we stuff down, the resentments we polish over with politeness. He is born in the countries written off, in the villages without names, in the families who feel forgotten. He makes his throne where others dump their trash. So, if the world today points to the broken nations, broken neighborhoods, broken hearts, and says nothing good can come from there, you can smile and say, you clearly have not been to Bethlehem. God's story doesn't begin in the sanitized or successful corners of humanity. It starts, and still starts, in the dirt. And from that dirt, a cry is heard that shakes empires and melts the cruel arithmetic of power. This Christmas, dare to thank God for every forgotten place in the world and in yourself, because those are the corners where he loves to be born. His love doesn't fear the smell, doesn't mind the mess, and will never call you a shithole. He calls you Bethlehem. Small, yes. Unseen, maybe, but chosen, holy, and worthy. Take care. Do good. Be good. God bless.